So this does not look like something that would have been a hotel. I wonder if there used to be a hotel here.
The answer to that question is yes. This 1970s looking government building was never a hotel. Welcome to Adventures with Heckenbach. This is what the Eastman Hotel looked like back in the early 1900s. This new building is home to the Ouachita National Forest offices. Before visiting Hot Springs National Park, we always just thought of it as Bathhouse Row. After visiting, though, we realize there's so much more to see. In this video, we'll show you what's behind Bathhouse Row. There's a lot going on back there. Let's start with the metaphorical elephant in the room. As you walk down Bathhouse Row, getting closer towards the southern end, you start seeing this really formidable building towering over Bathhouse Row. Pictures and video don't really do justice to just how much presence this building has. Sitting right next to the entrance to the Grand Promenade, this building is the former Army-Navy Hospital. We found this building and its history as interesting as Bathhouse Row. It's not just this one building, there is a whole hospital campus behind it. There are about 30 buildings on this site. The development first began in the late 1800s, and this current building was finished in 1933, replacing a smaller one that was previously there. This site was chosen due to its proximity to the hot springs, and one of the things it was known for was its work with arthritis and pain management. In the 1950s, the government decided it was no longer needed or cost-effective to keep it, and it was handed over to the state of Arkansas. There was a stipulation, though, that it had to be used as a medical facility. So in 1960, it opened as the Hot Springs Rehabilitation Center, working with people with disabilities. It was eventually determined that its purpose was more vocational than medical, and so the name was changed to the Arkansas Career Training Center in 2011. There were a lot of success stories, but after a slow decline, it closed in 2019, and it's been empty and abandoned ever since. It was added to the Register of Historic Places in 2007, and there is a fight going on to save it. There is some debate about who actually owns it, whether the federal government gifted it to Arkansas or whether they leased it to Arkansas. There has been some vandalism to the site, and I did find an article from last year about them stepping up security there to try to protect the historic buildings. We both would love to be able to tour this building and the surrounding grounds, so I hope at some point they're able to figure something out. Maybe the baseball history could help in the cause. Another structure with historical significance is the Noble Fountain. Unveiled in 1896, it's named after a previous Secretary of the Interior. It's one of those small things that's easy to just walk by and not even take notice of. But if you stop and look closely, there's lots of interesting details. The eagles by the spigots can be found other places in the park as well if you look carefully. And the globe above is said to symbolize how the waters can heal the world. Obviously, it's not on now, but I found something saying that the water that comes out is usually 143 degrees Fahrenheit or 62 Celsius. It sets right at the southern entrance to the Grand Promenade. There are cell phone tours throughout the park, and this particular stop explains how the Civilian Conservation Corps built the Grand Promenade And it tells a little bit about the history of the Army-Navy Hospital. There's an entrance to the Army-Navy Hospital from the Grand Promenade.
It's all empty right now. Well, there's a
But we did see security patrolling while we were there.
I wonder how often people do sneak in.
We wouldn't recommend it. There are signs posted that it's a federal crime. It's interesting, too, to see Bathhouse Row from an elevated position behind them like this. You notice things you didn't notice from the ground.
It was so quiet up here today. I imagine in the summer, or fall and spring maybe, that this is just full of, oh, got a spring here. Just seeping out of the ground.
It goes into a tank underground, then it's pumped out to that thing over there.
That quite possibly. Who knows, right? Where we fill our water bottles? Is that what you mean? Yeah. So right there, those stairs, if we had hiked the 2 miles from the campground, this is where we would have been coming out. Is here on this promenade.
If you stay in Gulf Gorge Campground, you can just hike here to Bathhouse Row. Can you hear the Native Americans singing in the background? We're not sure what was happening, but the Quapaw Indians have a long history here. Across from Bathhouse Row is this mural painted by a street artist of the original painting by Charles Banks Wilson. The street mural artist Pepe Gaka has several murals in Hot Springs.
Oh, cool. I hear Native American singing from down there.
So it must have been
So, yeah,
a
there
bandstand up there.
used to be a building up here.
This is the view of the same spot from Bathhouse Row.
Tufa Terrace Trail. I think that is tanks.
What?
Tanks.
No, that's the concrete cover that they were talking about on the phone that covers the springs to prevent contamination.
Oh, okay. So there's Haywood Spring.
There's a crossing there.
Yeah, look at them all. So all the green lids are springs. Twin Springs, Selection Box, Twin Springs North, Twin Springs South, Superior Spring, South,
We were surprised to see just how many springs there are and what these boxes look like on the inside.
You need a biscuit, 5 cents.
5 cents.
Wait, hold on. You need a biscuit.
There goes the Superior Bathhouse van. don't know where it's going.
This building is the Arlington Hotel. It opened New Year's Eve 1924, but there had been two previous Arlington hotels, the first opening in 1875. I thought it was interesting how Bathhouse Row is sort of bookended between two such imposing structures.
Oh, I didn't even see it starts over here. You can see the steam. Oh, somebody's thrown money in there. Hi, baby.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Are we tired?
A little bit.
We didn't sleep well last night. It could have been really nice, like with the rain and everything, but it's so humid here too, even in January. For us, like for them, this probably isn't humid at all. But for us, it's humid. Some big steps. Not for the weak of knees. Gotta decide which knee's your strong knee.
Neither.
Neither. Neither one, damn it. Amphitheater type seating here. Woo. Probably. We'll come read what the sign says over here. It's hot. Did you touch it? So you can throw the money in there, but it's a donation.
Where do you want to put it? No, you got to put it on
Huh?
teddy. You can't put it on.
They're trying to get it back out. It's a donation.
Look up there. See all the water fountains they're putting on the top?
This is one of the display springs, and there's another one behind the Maurice.
Yeah, so we got the last show last night. These somewhere here are the heat exchangers, it said. It said on the sign, heat exchangers. So this is where we started last night.
That's what Corbin took.
Did you see any stores last night that you wanted to go check out? We're not very big shoppers.
I mean, yes, the cupcake store.
The cupcake store.
We did not go to the cupcake store. We did decide to stop and have lunch instead. Darn it, I didn't think to have Tim stand in front of the wings. We went to Grateful Head Pizza Oven and Beer Garden. It was a really cool place. They're in the process of building this really elaborate beer garden up into the hill.
Just checking everything out.
We had the Casey Jones pizza, and yes, there is pineapple on there. Pineapple on pizza? Yes or no? In the next video, we'll hop back in Heckenback and head up into the hills on either side of Bathhouse Row. We'll check out the mountain tower and we'll bottle some water to take home with us. As always, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate your support, and we'll see you in the next video.